Good morning. Hey, Big Daddy Roro. How you been? Good morning. Good morning. How's it going? Hey, Pupunita. Hey, David Gasper. How you doing? The Versatile got XRP yesterday at $1.80. Woohoo! Oh, Pupunita, I'm good. I appreciate you, Pupunita. I think that if I meet you, we're gonna get on. We're gonna flow. We're gonna vibe. I think. Hey, what Pastor David Ojua? Uh, I know it is tough. How are you, Pastor? God bless you. Am I looking sad? No, I'm good. I have peace of mind. I'm gonna put out a video on three things you can do right now. Three things you have to do. And I'll tell you the three things quickly. Learn, gain knowledge about the space. Two, enter into DeFi. Enter into DeFi. And number three, avoid trading. Avoid longing. You see, the people that got wiped out are those who were longing. They had longs put out. Remember, the exchange, they have power. They own, the people who own exchanges are behind the scenes. They see what is happening. I want you to be careful though. They're saying it's a rug pull. They're saying it's the tariffs. And everybody is pointing at Donald Trump as the one who caused everything. Listen, it's not just the tariffs. There was tariffs 6 months ago, tariffs 3 months ago, and the market was still doing fine. Wikicat pumped 25 times in under a tariff environment. Now, will China be the only one? No, China has been back and forth on tariffs with the United States. So there's more to it than meets the eye. The real reason for what has happened recently is manipulation. The markets are terribly manipulated. Kryptonite is here. Thank you for joining. He says leverage traders got wiped out. I'm going to put it up so you see. The Kryptonite has been in the space for years. He's my good friend. I respect his opinion. And we've been talking about this stuff. He's been screaming about some of these. In fact, he was one of the few people warning about what would happen after the rate cut. But I don't think Kryptonite himself realized how deep this would go. Can you imagine a drop of 80% in the market? Now, I want you to understand, last night, Constantine Gallios, or is it Constantine Gallis, the founder of cryptology, got was found dead in a Lamborghini. I'm not sure if it was outside a club or something, but he was found dead. Now, the theory, what I'm thinking, in my own personal opinion, is maybe somebody decided to off him. I don't know, but it was the claim is that he lost $65 million of investors' money. People had given him money, and for some reason he had gone. I mean, friends, have you ever signed up for a credit card? One man lost 30 million. One of my people who has my WhatsApp number told me last night that he lost 23K. This is the story all over the spectrum. You see, he said Baron Trump short on BTC. Yeah, well, did you know that do you have the proof that it was Baron? I'm not saying he's not the one, but he's not the only one. You're only pointing to him because he's the son of the president. Why don't you look at the Chinese? 80% of that money that was made from the shorting was from China. Did you know that? So you gotta really have look at all of the prophetic voices. Most people didn't know what was going to come, but look at what's her name? Sister Sharon. She was on live telling people about this. So I don't want to focus on the Trump family made money, this person made money. The question I want you to understand, that people who are greedy and they go and leverage themselves. When you are over leveraged, the trading houses will win against you. That's the point I'm making. Not whether Trump made money or not. I'm not really concerned about the money Trump makes, because honestly speaking, I am concerned about my own investment. I'm not concerned about Baron Trump. I could be worried to death about Baron Trump from here to Timbuktu, but it's not going to change my my position. That I'm giving you three things that you have to do. Learn the industry. Learn the crypto space. There are people I talk to about crypto and they say, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not interested. I'm not. Leverage traders are being wiped out. I want you to go to Remy on Remy. Let me just bring out some stuff to show you, because that would help also in our conversation as we go ahead. So some people can just put up anything on the internet and everybody will run with it. I don't want to be that person. You know what I mean? I want to have my facts. And even if the people in power made money, I'm sure that it's not only Republicans. Democrats are also making money. So it's, again, let's not be partisan in this issue. Let's try to be realistic and ask ourselves how best. Let's also not make it a racial issue. Oh, you know, this person is doing this because it's black or white or what. Let's be honest and ask ourselves. All over the world, people got wiped out, and the people who got wiped out, somebody lost his life. Constantine, I just told you now, right? Lost his life because of this type of thing. So let me. I can find this information here and just show you guys. Trading is a safe play. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to put all crypto nights. Spot trading is a safe play. Do not leverage, guys. I'm telling you, do not leverage trade unless you are being guided by the Holy Spirit. Don't leverage trade. I don't believe in it. I don't trade. The only trading in my book, if you're new to crypto, go into the description, get my book. It's titled Crypto Made Easy, for you to get a good foundation. The only trading I recommend, honestly speaking, is swing trading. And I recommend that you divide your bags of whatever crypto you're holding into 3 or 4 bags. Bag A is your swing trade bag, bag B, and your swing trade really is very simple. You look at what prices are, and then you take out, you know, I mean, you sell when it's high, and then you come back in when it drops. That's basically what it is. And staying in spot is the best thing to do. All coins went to lows they never seen in a bear market. Whoop, just like that. Exactly. It's really gambling. I agree. It's gambling, and there's an addiction. So if people have given you 10 million, yes, spot position is the wisest way. PNR 1989. I didn't leverage trade at all. Exactly, Egyptian. You're a wise woman. I don't expect you to. I've seen your comments ever since you started following me. I don't expect you to be like that. Yeah, you know. Hello, Abundant Grace. How you doing? Some James said I was looking so sad. No, I'm not sad. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Prophetic meme coins didn't crash. There are prophetic altcoins too. There are prophetic altcoins that the Lord has spoken to us about over the years, and we've invested on them. Prophetic coins can crash. They may not crash. It doesn't really, you can't really say. But you are safer if you have knowledge. Prophecy alone is not enough. A prophet in the Bible died poor. 2 Kings chapter 4. Go and read 2 Kings chapter 4 from verse 1 to 8. Why did he die poor? After he died, his wife went, and you know what he did? She went and cried out to the prophet, and that's how she was saved. She cried out to the prophet, and God delivered her. She went and borrowed. I want to read something that Remy has written here. Pay attention, please, guys. So XRP is a prophetic coin, but it crashed, right? Some people bought, and there's been prophecies that it will go to 9 cents. But I'm asking you here, why are you waiting for it to go to 9 cents? Why are you not buying it at 150, 240? Buy what you can when you can and put it away in the cold wallet. I want to share. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video on taking profits and the best way to take profits. How many of you want that video? If you want that video, please go ahead and say, yes, I want the video. I wanted a video to show you. I was just showing my wife this morning. I said, we have to be ready. Don't depend only on the exchanges. I want to show you 3 primary ways that you can avoid the exchanges and take profit. And I'm going to use 1 or 2 cryptocurrencies to show you how. All right. This way you are protected. And let me tell you, if you are looking to take $1 million, $2 million kind of profit, that I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who know that they have cryptos that they would want to take profit a little at a time. Because if somebody is saying, oh, I want to pay $2 million into the bank, they will clamp down on it. You're never going to get that money for a long time to come. Because they will say, oh, and then investigations will start. Are you moving drugs? Where do you get it? Oh, I got it from crypto. Oh, you got it from crypto. Okay. You know, everybody wants their share. The government wants their share, all of that. Of course, you must pay your taxes, but you have to do it in a very reasonable way. All right. You have to do it in a reasonable way. So now, did I get wiped out? No, I did not. Why? Because on paper, what's happening, excuse me, on paper, what's happening is not new. I don't have sufficient light here, so I have to motivate the camera. So what is happening, right, has happened when, so let me use XRP as an example. I had XRP when it was 50 cents. I had XRP when it was 33 cents. But when it dropped to 17 cents, I still had my XRP. I never sold it. I didn't panic sell because I'd done my research. The fundamentals were the same. Things were moving in the direction of laws being made. In fact, they were still in court at the time when it would go from 30 to 65, come back down to, well, not really 65, but it was 45. Then it would go to 50. It was just playing in that sandbox of between the 35 and 50. Do you know the money people made just on moving between 15 cents, trading on the 15 cents gain and loss? People who had 400,000 XRP could play with 100,000 in that sandbox, and that's only a fourth of their portfolio, or they use a fifth of their portfolio, and no problems at all. And they kept adding little by little. Wealth is created little by little. If you're looking for quick rich schemes or quick rich something, yes, you can get rich quickly in crypto, but it will also disappear, because anything that does not have an educating building block will collapse, because sound education in the macro systems of an ecosystem is what helps to keep you going even after things like a bloodbath like this one. Little by little, that's how wealth is created. And multiple streams of income. That's why you got to have Shiba. You got to have your WikiCat. Then those are the meme coins. And Shiba isn't a meme anymore. WikiCat is not going to be a meme. It's going to be one of the best cryptos you have ever invested in. I've been telling you that. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research so that you don't say, I told you to buy anything. Do your research. You can't have a meme coin, buying a bank, right? The community is buying a bank. The community is creating, they're having all this, they have Penny Remit, they have the SMC Bank, they have, all kinds of tools that they're creating. They have now entered into an agreement with Tangem to create do you know, Samapi is very wise. I told my wife this morning, I said, one of the ways to get out of the exchanges is to get a Tangem wallet. Get a Tangem wallet. Here is what I will tell you. You gotta have, if you have the money, have 5 wallets, cold wallets. You got your Ledger, you got your Decent wallet. Decents are great security-wise, no bad news of hacking, backdoors, and things like that. You got your Tangem, you got your Ellipal, and what else? I gave you 4 just now. I think there's a 5th one I was going to mention. CypherRock had written to me. They said I should review their product, but that didn't go anywhere. I'm not sure of the product, so I'm not going to present it here. But this, what I've told you right now, is your first step away from the exchanges, because in the same way that prices went down and you couldn't get in, yet the institutions could buy with over-the-counter strategies. Everybody cannot go to Caleb and Brown. Some countries don't have Caleb and Brown. They were kicked out of Canada. We had to move our resources off of Caleb and Brown. And they had even talked with me the week we were to sign the papers for me to become a representative of Caleb and Brown in Canada was the week they were kicked out. How sad it was. I was crestfallen. I didn't like it. I was going to travel to Australia to see their offices and everything like that, but it didn't work out. Let me tell you something, my friends. You see, we have different governments, different regions, different geographical entities doing whatever they want. But you do what you can with what you have. And I'm telling you, I believe personally, not financial advice, that the best way we can go right now is to have our cold wallet. And you need to have, Ellipal is, please, I don't use those kind of words on my channel. You can get off. I don't, I just said what I know. That's why you need to do your research. If you think that Ellipal is not good, tell us exactly why you think it's not good. Jeremiah, don't use those kind of words on my channel. There's no room for that kind of talk. If you don't want to be on here, get off. All right. So if you want to say something that you don't agree, just say, this is what I know about it. Here's a link to some of the complaints. I know about the complaints about Ellipal, but I'm just telling you it's an Airgapped wallet. You look into it, do your research. I have an Ellipal, but I don't have everything on the Ellipal. You share, you put your things on different wallets. That's the way to go. But I'm telling you, your Tangem is one of the best ways out of this system, because when it goes up, they're going to do the same thing. Exchanges will decide who gets out quickly and who doesn't get. They'll say, oh, now you cannot get it. Now they say you can get 999, whatever. You can get so many Bitcoins out a day. You can get 1 million. When the thing is moving, they're going to say no. Because without regulations, exchanges are operating. You don't know what their depth of liquidity is. They can fudge the numbers. Look at FTX. So when you have your stuff in a cold wallet, and then the second thing you want to look at is you want to get debit cards that are tied to the cold wallets. You got your Ledger with a MasterCard. You got your MetaMask is not a cold wallet, but they have a MetaMask card. Depending on which country you are in, you can get that as well. But the easiest thing I'm telling you is a Tangem. Boom, 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 and you're gone. So let's read this, okay? Yes, Jeremiah, please withdraw that comment. Ellipal is S-H-I-T. I don't like those kind of comments. I don't swear. I don't use that word. I'm a minister. I'm a Christian. And the Bible talks about how we talk, right? You got to be careful. I see Christians talking anyhow these days. I don't know. I'm an old-fashioned Christian. I've been, walking with the Lord for years. Our words should be seasoned with salt, okay? When we talk in the public sphere, what you say is words. See, if you want to know how powerful your words are, I want you to stand in front of a mirror and go like this. Ha! You see that what comes out is vapor, right? On the mirror, if you touch it, it becomes liquid. It tells that every time you speak, you are wetting your environment. Your words are seeds, and as the words go, water is following it. So as you are talking S-H-I-T, you are talking F-U-C-K, using those words, you are messing up your environment. The most negative things happen to the most negative worded people. You got to be careful the kind of words you use. The Bible says, by your words you shall be what? You shall be justified. By your words you shall be condemned. Words are the most powerful gifts that God has given to people. Even people who are deaf and dumb, they have words. But what do? They use sign language, ASL, to communicate his words, whether it's written, whether it's spoken, or whether it's signed. Words are words. In the Bible, Jesus wrote on the ground. It was powerful. In the scriptures, you know what? A donkey spoke. It became powerful instantly. Words are powerful. So let's be careful the kind of words we use. Thank you so much, Jackie, for removing that. All right. But I didn't ban the individual. He's still here. He can say what he wants to say. So begin to use your words. I want you to type it right now and say, my assets are going up. I'm telling you, let's claim it. Let's declare it. People have no idea the level of witchcraft that is also operating against the wealth transfer community. But in all of these things that are happening, we have to stick together and we have to declare the truth of what the word declares. So yeah, Jeremiah says he agrees with me. Arculus, any good? I don't know much about it. There is SafePal also. I got a SafePal, but I mentioned 4 to you. No, that's okay, Jeremiah. I just want you to understand how, please, for yourself. I'm actually speaking for yourself. Like, let's clean up our words. Because see, as wealth comes, you have to clean up your words even better, because everything you say, don't look at all those people who are online and talking. And no, you are different. You are different. You are marked. There's a mark upon you, a mark of favor, a mark of dignity, a mark of increase, a mark of power. You are a specially chosen vessel and a conduit of God for his glory. Hallelujah. All right. So you want to get yourself ready. Thank you, Daniel, for that. Oh, now I remember. If you want to give me anything, feel free to do that. What they call those things again? Super chat. Super chat. Still in profit for the year. Exactly. So can any crypto be put on cold storage or any certain cold wallets only for certain crypto? Maris Podgeta, yes. Certain ones, Electronium, for example, you have to work around it to put it on your ledger. But most would be able to. Tangem is very versatile, but when it comes to selling and swapping, you gotta. In some cases, some cryptos will only swap into BNB, particularly BNB ones, the native coins on BNB. Other cryptos will. So there's just different ones. Again, it's learning it. You learn the environment. I don't know everything. I know a little about a lot of things, but People like Daniel help me, but they do research. I've never met him, to be honest. We've only had, but I've met such a great community here. And I ask myself all the time, what if I did not obey the Lord to start this channel? What if I didn't do it? What if I didn't do it? Yes, my assets are going up. Our assets are going up in the name of Jesus Christ. Up, up, and up. They're not going anywhere. Now, I want to go back to, so let's do something quickly. Let me just say something and I'll show you Remy's post on X. See, friends, I want you to go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT a question, say, or anyone you use, any of the, or Google, and say, tell me about the previous crashes in the crypto space, in the crypto market. Or you can say general crashes. Every time there's a crash, an upside is coming. It may take 2 months to a year. It's always like that. Remember 2008 when Obama came into power and the market collapsed? What did people say? A lot of people say, well, you see, it's because he's a black man. That's why they've destroyed the market, so that they will say it's the black man who destroyed everything. You see, these white people, they hate black people so much. They cannot stand a black president. Look at what they've done to the markets. The day you realize that your enemy is Satan, not the color of somebody's skin, you have been delivered from total destruction, okay, and the abyss of self-damnation. It's happening now. But it's Trump now. You see, it happened with Bush. Look at history. Do you remember people walking away from their cars? I talked about this last night on my live. People drop us when gas prices went up. They just said, I can't do it anymore. They walk into dealership, they leave their car, and their wife or their husband drives them home. That's it. Then no more. And people walked away from very nice looking houses in Florida, in Texas, all over the country, in New York, in California. Why? Because interest rates had gone up. There was problems at the time. But right after, some of those properties had come up, and people who snatched up those properties at very cheap rates became wealthy. Some people bought 10 condominiums at a time, leveraging the fact that they had cash, and they were able to put that down, and they got interest. They got the property, even though the interest rate was not friendly, but they were well positioned because they had cash sitting on the side. So the last thing I'll say about this guy show is this: besides history rhyming and kind of repeating itself sometimes, we've got to learn how to take profit. You see, Kryptonite and I were talking about this. A lot of people don't take profit. They are stuck on how high it's going to go. I've been guilty of that several times because I have a goal. And sometimes when you look that there's a new high and you look at the price, the average price you purchased, which is very important for you to look at your average price, then you can say, okay, I bought this at 50, it's now at $2.50. I am going to take X amount out, put it in USDC. My preference for keeping your stash of cash is USDC. I wouldn't put it in Bitcoin. But if I have any indication and you know how to read the charts and you think Bitcoin is going to go up, then it might make sense to put it into Bitcoin or in BNB on all of those types of things. BNB is restrictive because it has to do with only its own platform. It's now high there where it's at, but I don't know. These things, in my opinion, they are really manipulated. So you want to look at something again, I don't know. That's what I would say, right? So now let's look at something that is here. So learn to take profit, and so you don't get into this situation where a wipeout like this really affects you. So let's look at something that Remy Relief says on X. I follow this guy. I really like his stuff, and you can follow him too on X. By the way, my X handle, I don't do a lot of crypto on X. I've not developed it because I want to focus on YouTube and then my Patreon. So if you want to follow me on Patreon, Patreon is live right now. I'm just going to put it on here so that you can see. Thank you, Daniel, for that gift. I appreciate it so much. How come it's Daniel that keeps giving me this stuff? What's up with that? So I want to show you. So let's go to this. Thank you, Daniel. That's a lot of donuts. I'll share with my church. So good news, pure manipulation up, pure manipulation down, or down and up. I agree. The way they manipulated it down, they'll manipulate it up. But somebody may say, well, I don't want to be involved in that manipulation. Are you saying it's right? It's a sin. Pastor, can you do that? Well, listen, you've got to learn how the world operates. And it's not that the manipulation can continue the way it is right now because of the lack of regulation. If manipulation happens during regulation, how much more in an unregulated environment? So there is a lot of manipulation going on. Number two, Okay, not number two, but let's keep going. What a day. History was made yesterday and history will be made in the future. Unfortunately, we are still dealing with manipulation. However, it will also work in our favor when the time is right. The same way they caused a historic loss, they will create a historic gain, not for our sake, but for their sake. We'll just benefit from being investors, not traders. If you paid attention to me, now listen, and invested instead of traded, you did well yesterday, especially if you were able to buy the dip at 40% to 70% off. I was so elated because one of my students called me and said, I was able to get 800 pieces of XRP or units of XRP at $1.80. And I was very happy for her. You know why? Because they were previously afraid. Now they are no longer afraid. I remember her like saying, "Oh, telling my wife, I don't think I can do this. I'm so worried. I'm so scared. Some prophet said this. I said, you know what? You pray. What does God tell you? Then listen to what I've been telling you. You see, you are an investor, not a trader. I said the only trade that I teach is swing trading, which anybody can do. A trained monkey can swing trade. The other thing I wanted to mention was learn AI trading. That's another thing you have to do. Type there AI trading. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that AI trading, and you can get the Go Baby trade. If you use our link, you can take $1,000 off, and you have a trading mechanism that you can use for a long time to come. Now we wait for the government to open up, the ETFs to flood in, and the manipulation up before we can get the Clarity Act. As you saw yesterday, all the exchanges halted trading for us. As I said, they would. Many missed out on a $1.50 XRP, 16 cents XLM, and I bought XLM just the other day. See, 75, I would have doubled my purchase for what I put in, right? And I think XLM is a very good discounted buy with its relation to the price of XRP at any given time, usually 5 times less than the price of XRP. So again, there's a correction on XRP and it's a major correction. So there you go. So let's look at Quant was $75. I mean, that's so cheap. I knew Quant when it was $20. They will do the same when we have historic movements of, so your job is not to miss out on the 25, the 50, and the 100 XRP. So let's not be looking for members of the Trump family who are making money off of crypto. You make yours yourself, because when the waves are moving, you have an access. You can go to Coinbase, you can go to Kraken, you can go to BitBuy, you can go to BitGet, you can go to KuCoin, you can go, it's on, and you can go to the decentralized exchanges. You can buy off of Pancake Swap, you can buy off of Radium, you can buy, there's all kinds of places you can buy from. Go and buy, invest. And here's what it says. The beauty of the Tangent wallet is that it allows you to take profits and circumvent the exchanges. That's what I've been telling you. And Remy says that too. And I agree with him 100%. So if you want to get a Tangent today, use my link, you get a discount. And what do? That would help a lot in how we move. So that's it. The other thing that I think that you should do is you should understand how the Zaman wallet works. Go into Zaman and do your research with the Zaman wallet. Download it. That will help you to move between RLUSD and what's the other one? RLUSD and USDC. They're all on the Zaman wallet, and you can move that way. The intricacies of how this can be done is what I will share in Patreon as we go forward. So next week, I'm going to begin to do some stuff on Patreon even the more. So you can go and join my Patreon. It's AH for Truth. Find us there. And then I will be collapsing the membership on YouTube and moving it to Patreon for those who may be interested. But I want to thank you all for supporting the channel so far to this day. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been awesome. Let's look at some comments here. When no one has a crystal ball, but no one has a crystal when it comes to market manipulation. 100%. That's why you don't stay there. You stay in the spot market. That's the best for you. WikiCat is too powerful because WikiCat is like Shiba Inu in those days in 2021. Shiba Inu had the strongest community, and I'll tell you, one of the reasons why XRP is still where it is because of the strong community. But the strong community for XRP can't keep the price up simply because there are so many mega issues playing around XRP. The United States government is involved. The president has tweeted about it. Number three, it has to finish what it's doing for legal clarity in order for it to actually appreciate. And when it goes up, it's going to be a stable coin of a different class. It's going to be a stable coin up there. There are going to be two major stable coins that will be of a different class. It's XRP and XLM. Now there's others. There's Algorand. All of the ISOs, in my opinion, I call them stable coins because they're going to have a price that does not fluctuate, as it were, very high fluctuations. Just like the US dollar had been the stable currency for the world for a long time, but it wasn't stable because it was losing value. We only thought in our eyes it was stable, but it was losing value because of inflation eroding it. But with these digital assets, they do something. It's like your shovel. A shovel does something. The value of your shovel is in the work that it does, as it's there every day. If you have a shovel and you shovel snow, or you shovel gravel, or shovel anything, if you are paid $100 every time you shovel, and you shovel 1,000 times, you would have earned $100,000 for every time you shovel. You shovel. Right? The shovel is worth, even though you paid $75 for it, because of the work it does, its ecosystem is now worth $100,000 for every 1,000 shovels. Friends, I want to explain to you that these cryptocurrencies that we're investing in, particularly the ISOs, are very special, and the meme coins that are prophetic and that will find use case. Wikicat will find use case. It's like a funny name and everything, but it will, in the sandboxes of Africa, is going to become very powerful. State governments will buy, hotels will buy, landlords would buy, car washes would buy, and people will use it for transact business. The world will be attracted. I want to share something with you, and I want to say thank you to Barry for $49. Is that Barry? Is it the same Barry, my brother? Is it that same Barry or somebody else? Thank you so much for the gift. Please, guys, I want to appreciate you so much for your giving to me. I didn't expect this kind of outpouring of love, but you guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so I want to show you guys how this can be done. This is why we put on the one-on-one VIP conference. I'm coming back to Houston on November 6 to 9. And send me an email. This is how you find my email. Send me an email. We have only 10 seats. Only 10 seats. You can we have only 10 seats, limited accommodation, but send me an email and we'll give you all the information. November 6 to 9. The earlier you do this, the better. You can come out from Europe, you can come from anywhere, but there's only 10 seats. And then we can have 4 days of crypto immersion, teaching you crypto and the things that you need to know. We're going to be taking you into DeFi. We're going to be taking you into security. We will show you what to buy. Listen, your phone should not be going around the airports the way it is right now. You should have a security on your phone. Some people think we're being extra. No, the times are changing. We're only preparing you. excuse me, guys. Think about it. You invested in crypto 5 years ago. Look at where you are today. You invested 3 years ago. Look at where you are today. You invested 2 years ago. Look at where you are today. So I believe that the Lord revealed to me that XRP will have a similar move to what it had in November. Please, this is what I believe. I do not have a prophetic word for all of you. This is to me. Excuse me, but I share it with you. Just like I will share my story and testimony of the things that the Lord has done for me personally. So you can take it for whatever it's worth. Here's what I believe. XRP is going to see the same kind of move that it saw in November. You're going to see 5x, 7x from where we are, just in the same way. Have you noticed that it has a very interesting move with no explanation at all? It'll just move. Excuse me. It'll just move. So you're going to see that happen again. And people will be like, where did this come from? I want to show you something that makes it imperative for us to prepare. I want you to watch this video with me, and hopefully something that I see. For those of you, it hasn't even that bad. Exactly. It wasn't that bad. AI trading. Yes. Email me. I'll send you a link. You review the AI trading models that have been developed by a programmer who has over 50 years of experience. Price, law, crash, position, regardless. able to buy the dip at 1.26 cents. Nixon, I'm so happy for you. Excuse me. Yes, don't sell all your bags to get in. In fact, they will lock you out. Some of you may get only one buy and you can't buy again. I honestly don't know how to answer that question, Michael Taylor. You just, again, they can allow you here and not allow you there. This is all things that are controlled by people behind the scenes, in my opinion. You can't swap XRP for RLUSD on Tangent, but they have RLUSD available. Yes, you can't. So that's why you have to have multiple highways until regulations, until clarity, until this gets into all we are hearing now. DeFi will be integrated into TradFi and it will take over TradFi. It's cell phone and landline. That's what's happening right now. But you don't wait until then. By that time, it will be too late. This is the time for you to be operating in the DeFi so that you can move from DeFi and enter into TradFi when the fusion happens. The fusion is coming. It's like typewriters to computers. The fusion is coming. It's like the 5-star hotels to the micro hotels. The fusion is coming. It's like the 5-star and the 3-star hotels. Oh, sorry, the 3-star hotels to Airbnb. You remember the bed and breakfast on the highway in the villages? You turn out, you have to phone, look through the telephone book, this big fat book that sat by everybody's phone in their house. You pick up that black thing called your phone and you go ring like that. You look into the, some people had a different color, customized. That was customized phones in those days. And you dial. But now Airbnb is an answer to the 3-star hotel. There's going to be a fusion where a lot of people are choosing Airbnbs, and then the hotels will start saying, okay, what do we do? Maybe we should scale down. Markets are affected, ecosystems are affected, economies are affected because of innovation. I was sharing with my wife this morning when we woke up, we were talking, yes, AI trading. You got to learn it. It's not, you don't have to do anything. Listen, anything human beings do that is repetitive, AI will do. That's why the only jobs that are likely to remain are jobs that you must use your hands. For example, cooking in McDonald's would remain while serving will go out the window because there's no need for it. It's already happened. Now, a time will come where AI will actually cook the food because all they have to do is to make sure the tomatoes are cut in the right way. Agriculture, all of these things, they are developing AI so quickly to be able to replicate everything human beings will do. So what do you have to do? If you're going to have wealth, if you're going to have resources, you have to master the AI models. You don't create it. The people who create it will sell it to you and you use that. Because a creator cannot create one model and sit there. He needs the mass. This is where you and I come in. We are the masses. We use and consume new technologies. So when they bring it to us, we buy it for whatever it's worth, right? And then we start using it and learning how these things work. You have to learn it. You can't stay behind. Learn AI. I'm not saying learn how to do AI. Learn how to use AI systems because they're coming. Now, in AI, you would still have the AI of today. You still have to use some of the, like the AI trading models. You have to know how to select the cryptos or the stocks that would help you profit over a time. And you have to be patient. You have to be happy. I'm going to show you something right now that you can do for yourself. Let's do the. So we're going to do let me show you the compound interest calculator, and let's do a little bit of a math with that, and then you can see what I'm trying to say. How many of you are still with me? So let's look at what an AI model can do for you. So if I'm sharing this now, so you can see. So if you have an AI model that you are using, this is what you can do. Okay, so let's say your initial investment is $5,000. We're going to use $5,000, and let's say your interest rate is we're going to do 0. So you have to get used to this kind of numbers. Okay, 0.5% per day. Okay, you're going to do this daily. Okay, now you're going to compound daily. Okay. So you're going to compound it for, let's just say, 2 years. Okay. So you say no deposit. You're not going to put any other money in. You start with $5,000. Okay. So let's look at what your $5,000 becomes in 2 years. In 2 years, you're going to get what? 190,000 total interest at with 185. Your initial balance was $5,000. Now, this is a straight up calculation. This is a straight up calculation. But let's say that we don't do a straight up calculation. Let's do let's allow for some withdrawals, okay? Because let's do some withdrawals, okay? We're gonna withdraw let's add a withdrawal of 25%, okay, of whatever we gain. So this is where you're going to be. So initial balance was 5,000. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong here. I don't want to I don't want to confuse anyone. But what I want to point out to you is, if you look at this, you do this exercise yourself. You have to do these things. I was doing this thing as far back as 2022, 2021. I remember finding the XRP calculator in February of 2022, and I went on and on and on, and they blocked me. Now I can't get on there anymore. Thankfully, I have created a course out of it, and this is what really happens when you are sharing this information. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, I believe the biggest bull run is coming in. So do you see what I just did? So you have to do these exercises to give yourself an idea. Now, listen, this is not going to just be a straight map, but the beauty of AI is this: AI trading systems will help you whenever the market is down. It still makes money. When it's up, it still makes money. But you have to know that sometimes your 5,000 will only produce $3. Sometimes it will produce 30 cents. Sometimes it will produce $9. The important thing is a compounding factor. As long as you're compounding it, it's going to, why should the billionaires have AI systems that are creating all kinds of products, including pharmaceutical products, when you and I could also access today these same things and the features that they have? Before the government says, oh, AI is not good for you, it's not safe for you to do, you've got to have a license. This is the time you start learning. This is the time you start training, because you have enough money to take courses, because they're going to create courses in the universities. These same universities that are not teaching people anything these days. Only few courses really make sense. But a lot of things, you are better off sending your kids to learn welding, to fly a plane, to fly a drone, to, a lot of the jobs. I saw a girl graduated. She was like, oh, I got my degree in Black storytelling. I don't know what that means. I honestly don't know. The only places they can get a job is a job where they need somebody as a director of Black storytelling. Okay, then there's other degrees. I'm just asking, what is the meaning of this? And they have this gown with a little tail that is shaking on the head as if it does. I don't even know who designed all that stuff. And yet they have it on, and they have a gown. What is the gown for? What is it for? The people who are making all the money have a t-shirt and a hat like myself, and they will hire these people and use them to ruin the lives of others while they are making money where it really matters. It's an upside down world. It's an upside down world. Okay, so I've shown you that. And those are the things I wanted to do today, kind of show you, that how we need to prepare. Gain knowledge. Knowledge is very important in whatever way you can. Many people are self-taught. Sometimes you need somebody to help you. Book coaching calls, not necessarily on my channel. Find channels where people are doing, they've advanced, they've been in it for 5 to 10 years. They know what they're talking about. Pay somebody $250, $300. I was listening to Sister Sharon day before yesterday. She said she doesn't know why some people, and I have said it over time, they can't shell out $300. Somebody wants to invest $50,000 but can't pay $2,000 to learn something. I don't get it. But as soon as you hear you are taking a course in University of Florida, one thing, and the course is for 2 months and you got to pay $3,000, people jump at it because they feel they're going to get a promotion from their salary. They're going to put them $2 more on their salary. So they go and spend $3,000 to get $2 extra on their salary, and they calculate it $2.40 hours times the rest. Oh, yeah. Or they get a promotion and they get a job that has $10,000 more than what they were earning, or $20,000 more than what they were earning per year. Then the government tax it. It's a vicious system. I've told you, my bank has never given me a coffee. They don't even serve coffee in the bank to customers. For all these years that I've banked with them and they've made so much money from me, $20 to go to Starbucks to buy. Instead, what did they do? Last winter, they put an ATM outside the bank. There were two, they removed one that was inside the bank, brought it out and put it outside for your convenience so that you don't come inside their bank. There are no washrooms in the bank. If you go to the bank and say you need to use a washroom, even if you are there shaking, they will not, they will tell you, you go to the subway next door, go to the McDonald's down the street. We don't have a washroom for you. Listen, I'm telling you, I believe that the banks need to be judged, in my opinion, because it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The system, it doesn't take care of you. Yes, thank you. They helped us buy houses with a mortgage, but do you see what you pay over the mortgage? And this is where DeFi comes in. So I just want you to understand that there's opportunities out here right now, and we have to begin to investigate them and prepare ourselves for what God has prepared for us. Prepare yourself for what God has prepared for you. It is a vicious cycle. I know. I'm ready for the biggest dump soon. You may not be able to buy, so being in position is always better, but be ready. Yes. My love, what's funny? So, yes, Crypto King, biggest bull run coming. I agree with you. It is. It's not kind, and as people now begin to become aware, everything runs its own clock, right, in this life, and something else is going to happen. So we want people to learn how to use these different tools to be able to become their own banks. And of course, if you need the bank at all, you're not going to the bank cap in hand. Please help me. I'm in a very difficult situation here. And the guy with the nice tie and nice jacket and the lady with very nice, high heels and everything, they really act like they're really, really helping you. You want a bottle of water? Oh yeah, okay, fine. And then it says sign here, sign here. You sign a whole wad of papers. The more papers you sign, the more money you're giving to them. So excuse me, I've been coughing this morning. I don't know. I apologize. Okay. Jonas King said, WikiCat was the only one crypto I have that survived that dip. Yes, yes. Well, but yes, WikiCat survived the dip, but it has been dropping. If you realize, it was at 6 zeros and a 2. So it already has lost some of its gains that it had, and depending on where you are, right? Depending on where you entered. So all cryptos have really seen some losses. However, it's not as bad. I know what I'm talking about because I also hold WikiCat, and I've seen it come down from where it was. It was a quick, sharp rise, and you see, every dog has its day. And my hope is that we are in the right ones. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just telling you that my bag of WikiCat is good, but it was better than what it was a couple of weeks ago. If you understand what I mean. So there are some that is 30%. Yes. Yeah. Well, it depends on how much you have. Like you don't. I mean, again, if you have a, I'm not going to say, but I don't know. It's not necessary. Your position is your position. There you go. You're up $100. But what if somebody who was up $25,000 and now they're down to, you see what I'm saying? You see, so like it's all different. It's all different. There's a guy with 300 billion WikiCat, not me. So don't say I said that. And they looked at their portfolio explode 25 times, and then it came down hard crash. That was a FOMO and all of that. So depending on where you are, how much you have in WikiCat, it's not, $100 is not really something that it's not a lot of money. In all honesty, okay, I'm not fading you. I'm just saying, if you have 15,000, 20,000, and you see that it's no longer that, it's now 8,000, it's now 9,000, it's now 10,000. There's a lot of people like that, but it's better than others, which is what I think you are saying. So I'm in agreement there. Yesterday showed me in real time just how corrupted the system is. Eventually we'll beat the system. I don't know if the system is there. It's not targeting you. It's targeting traders. So if you're a trader, you are targeted because they know people are going to be greedy and they will long, and then they will smack you big time. Now, it will affect you on paper. On paper. If you don't sell, you're good. So that's what I've been trying to say. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, okay, okay. Jonas, I see what you're saying. All right. All right. So no, I mean, yeah, you hold for the long term. I won't be here. Like I've I looked at my portfolios across. There's nothing that is doing great uh, with appreciation, but you still have your asset. The digital asset is still yours, and that's why you have to look at history. See that every time there's a crash, what happens? Things begin to go up. Hey, Martha Kamba, how you doing? Self-taught new crypto investor started buying crypto in September. Shiba Inu, XRP, WikiCat. Did he lose $20,000 in trading, or he lost it on paper? Because you have to make the distinction, right? People say I lost money. We all lost money, but we didn't really lose money, because until you sell, you haven't lost anything. There you go. So he didn't lose anything. You see that? He didn't lose anything. You see, it's like, you see, people, you have to start having the mindset of the wealthy people. They don't lose anything. The guy who died, what's his name? Konstantin Gallus. Konstantin Gallus. I'm going to look for his thing and show you guys. So the guy who passed on, he's the founder of cryptology, and yeah, there you go. So here is the story. He was found dead in a in a Lambo, in a Lamborghini. Yeah, so there you go there. I'm not subscribing. Let's see if I can find somebody else that's not asking me for. Yeah, I didn't plan to show you this, but I'll just. Okay, so let's see if this is Just Lover has it. Okay, so there you go. That's the story here. That's the story right there. So Ukrainian crypto influencer Konstantin Ganich has reportedly been found dead in his Lamborghini Urus, according to a post by Will Insider on X. He had over 59,000 Instagram followers. So here it is. They said that he had about 58 million or 65 million of investors' money. So the report coincides with a major cryptocurrency crash following U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement. Do you see? I've told you, it's not only Donald Trump's U.S. president's announcement alone that caused this thing. Listen, this thing is serious manipulation. Remember, I showed you Rebi's post here. Here, bad news, pure manipulation down. Good news, pure manipulation up. Okay, so if it was let me just help you reason now. Okay, if you're thinking, why is AH for Truth saying this? Is he a fan of Trump? That's not the issue. I just want you to know what caused it, because this can happen if Trump is not president. If somebody else is in power, this can also happen. You got to know that there's way more going on behind the scenes with the cryptocurrencies, crypto exchanges. FTX. Remember when FTX collapsed, right? Well, there you go. So friends panic sold. And how did he pass away? Well, sometimes it's not weak mind. Sometimes they don't know. Your mind is strengthened by knowledge, right? If you have knowledge about it, So I honestly don't laugh at people, because if people would only have taken time to learn about the space, then they would not be selling. Exactly, not lost, but saw his portfolio. Only the greed lost. Exactly. So COVID 2020 crash was better to load up with buys. This is good, but not low enough yet. Exactly, Jacoby. How did he pass away? Truth. Okay, so I'm just showing you right now. That's it. That's the news. Yes. So those are flash. That's like a flash thing, right? And some flash crashes are like 3 minutes. So you can't time a flash crash. Instead of waiting and like, okay, when it gets to 9 cents, I'll load up, and then you put money aside. How are you sure that you will get all that in 9 cents? How are you sure the exchanges will not even reverse the trades? They could reverse the trade against you. Exactly. This is a very, very sad story. And I was talking to a friend today. I said, I don't know, maybe somebody decided that, well, you've lost my money. I don't know. I'm just speculating. So that's Konstantin Ganich. That I thought it was Galish, but it's Ganish. I felt a tear in my eye for the family of whoever. It's so sad. But this is the thing. He had $65 million that was invested. You can look for the story on X if you're interested. That was invested in the market. So he might have longed. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I wasn't part of the whole thing. So I wouldn't further speculate. I would just say that this is the kind of thing that happens. You fear that a young crypto billionaire was found dead on a yacht somewhere, and nobody knows who killed him. Nobody knows what, you never know. So there's a lot of stuff involved in these things. But just understand that, yeah, let's learn the space. Look at what Remy says again. He says they will do the same when we have historic moments up. So your job is to not miss out on the 25, the 50, the 100. Do you see the reverse? How you can reverse it? Do you see how you can reverse this whole thing? I'm gonna put it up again because it's really some good sense here. Watch this statement. Let's read this. It says, as you saw yesterday, all the exchanges halted trading for us as I said they would. Many missed out. Please, if you are trying to get a tangem, use my link in the description. Tangems are inexpensive. You can get one, and it's really the deal. Super simple to do. They will do the same when we have historic movements up. So your job is to not miss out on the 25, the 50, the 100 XRP. How do you do that? Get a Tangem cold wallet. All you have to do is swap, not sell your crypto for RLUSD or USDC right on the Tangem wallet on your phone. And I would advise you, once you get the Tangem wallet, for those of you who may be like, okay, so what's your Tangem wallet? What's your Tangem wallet? I'm just going to give it to you right now. I want you to use my link to get a Tangem wallet. Again, don't say, oh, here he comes again. He's trying to sell something to us. I got to tell you what it is. If you want to use it, use it. Hopefully you will do that, right? Help the little guy out a bit. So that's it. So actually, when you buy it, you get $10 off with that link, and I get $5. That's the thing. So are you going to fight me over $5? I'm trying to improve my camera here, so trying to train it to see better lighting. I don't know why you would leverage that much, Jonas. I'm not sure. Nelson Ortiz, ouch what? So yeah. And then it went to 226 the next minute. Yes, Nixon. My life, indeed it was. It was. Now, what is XRP's price? Let's take a look. Somebody said put it in Australian dollars so that it will look like a lot. People are funny, I'm telling you. People sometimes, when things are like this, you still have a lot of people clowning. So here we go. Here you see that massive drop, right? And it's unbelievable, right? $1.84. And now exchanges had different prices. So why is the price not the same across the board? That's how you know there's manipulation taking place. Now let's look at something else here. Let's look at BTC, and you see the same thing playing out with Bitcoin number one. Something is happening to my Wi-Fi here. It's very slow. So do you see the Bitcoin? Do you see how Bitcoin fell also? So this was what dragged the whole market down. And so a lot of people who have been invested in the XRP are like, oh, well, I don't even see the Bitcoin maxis laughing, but they're probably just wondering what happened, right? So it's nobody's game right now. Let me see what people are saying here. Uh, no, swap. You are moving. You are swapping into from one crypto to the other. Yeah, well, it's similar, but it's just like when you're on an exchange, you sell into a. The word swap is used in some environments, like you sell. What's the difference now? Big question. Oh my goodness! I traded away 25 back in 22. After that, I said nope, not doing this anymore. Exactly, exactly. A YouTuber extra lost all his inventory not with longing, but selling to an exchange to long. 20,000 XRP of his gone in a blink of an eye. The exchange won't give it back. Yes, they won't. They won't give it back. They won't give it back. You traded. You. It was a gamble, right? But the DeFi environments, those who are playing in DeFi, they're fine because you lend your crypto out to be used as collateral, and you do liquidity pools, you do all kinds of things, and you're better off. But leveraging, so I wouldn't recommend leveraging. Um, I'm not a financial expert. And this is not financial advice. Is my life still on here? My life, what do you recommend people do? What do you think? Type it out before I go. I've got 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and I'm out of here. I gotta go. I got some stuff to do. I have to prepare the yard for winter. My grass is overgrown. It's not being cared for. So, well, you can be mad. You can be mad at the exchange, but you can't get it back. Destroyed his wealth in seconds. Like greed is and impatience. Another thing is greed, and one other thing is impatience. Impatience also shows up in one, and then there's laziness. Laziness in not wanting to learn certain skills. See, the the internet has changed so much in this world. We can do a lot in the world that we live in today by just learning how to use the internet and the tools that come with it. Web3 is not going to be different than when you would Google things, than when you would, it's just that now you're dealing with finances. So banking will be on Web3. This house that I'm living in will be tokenized. I was sharing this with my wife today. You can tokenize this in the future with Algorand, I believe. And the value will be sitting on the ledger, on the blockchain. And on that blockchain, you can sell parts of that property and it's owned by somebody else, and you can release liquidity if you want. I'm just telling you, I'm speculating the kind of things we're going to see. If you go to Lofty AI, you can actually buy property right now in different parts of the world. Right here, I'll show you. For some of you who don't know already, if you didn't, you can. So let me show you what you can do right now if you are interested. So this is what DeFi is doing. Please bear with me. How many of you are interested? Should I show you this before I go? How many of you know this already? So that I don't waste your time. Do whatever you are knowledgeable about and comfortable with. Get knowledge and you feel more comfortable. Thank you so much, my life. That's exactly it. Get knowledge. Get knowledge. My life, sorry that I called you, but I needed your knowledge. Okay. So let me show you something, guys. How many of you want to see what I want to show? Let me know if people are interested. I want to show you, real estate tokenization in practice. Okay. I'm waiting for people to type, and then I still got 90 people here. That's not bad. Jonah says, no, Pupunita. Please show us, Felix O. Felix O, where are you? Pupunita is in Paris. Paris. Bonjour, Pupunita. Ça va? Learning blockchain and Web3. Yes, that's what I told you. If you want to learn blockchain, go to the Blockchain Council. And you go to Blockchain Council and take courses there. But I know that in Nigeria, Samapi has created an environment where you learn. I don't know what kind of courses. Okay, so let me show you this right now. Hold on, everybody. This what is coming to this world. It's already active. And so this is 2820 Rocker Avenue in Everett. Is this Washington or what WA? This is in Texas. Let's look at Texas. I like Texas. Okay. So 11125 Law Haven Road, Dallas, Texas. I like everywhere. I like New York, Manor, New York. This is 9 Country Club Lane. Okay. 3.8% rental yield, 8.8% projected annual return. So you can get 8.8% back on your investment. Available, you can buy this property. Let's click on this property. You can buy this property for, so you can go and investigate this. $12.31. So your people who have only $1,000 can invest in this, right? And the rental yield will be 3.83% on whatever you put out. So let's assume that you make some money from XRP. You got $100,000. You can take 10,000 out of the $100,000 and put it into this kind of scheme. So you buy it and you sell it. Because there's a larger pool of people coming through, it's a big market of people looking for their 1,000, 2,000 to invest and get something back for it, right? So no bank is giving you 8.83% anywhere in the world. None. No bank is giving you this. I've done all these things before in my lives in the past. I just stopped doing them because whenever you share a lot of information, they tend to limit you. But now I think things are now getting better and better and better. I was sharing about travel. You can earn crypto as you travel. My life. What do you know about this? Anybody else here that's been an OG with me over the months? Adedeji Omolara, what do you want me to do? Can you put it down? Can you put WikiCat address? You want me to put it out so that people will go buy WikiCat? Any questions? Any thoughts with what I'm saying? And you can actually talk to them. Hi there, got any questions? This is Lewis, 3 minutes ago, he was asking. So this is co-owner reviews. Let's look at the reviews. So this is a performance for Stone Manor. You can look at it was booked in 2025, $68,144, 85 nights booked. This is being used like a Airbnb or something like that. So I'm not sure. You got to look for yourself. Okay. So pick up a property, check into it, see what's happening there. Yeah, young people are doing this. So, okay, so this is an Airbnb. All right, so there you go. Hudson River views. Yeah, price per token. You can get in there and get some good, like it's small money, because some people would make all this money. They don't know what to do about it. Yes, it's built on Algorand. Yeah, I believe so, yes. So that's what I was trying to say. You can take this property and put it on Algorand. So you have to know where you are going to put your money in the future. This is, you have to start thinking that, okay, if I make $500,000, let me tell you what people are going to do. They're going to buy a brand new car right away for cash. Instead of taking, so a brand new car is $50,000, 60, 70. They are making it more expensive. I bought a crate of eggs, 12 eggs, a dozen of eggs for $8 just yesterday. But those eggs are, they're free range eggs, free range, right? So it's a little more expensive. But I remember I used to buy milk for $1 something, 99 cents, a jug of milk. How much is it now? So things are not getting cheaper and people are stuck with small money. When you get your refund in Canada, why are you going to buy a fridge, brand new fridge? Why are you doing that? Take that money, go buy a used fridge, go to a scratch and dent. When you push a scratch and dent into your house, nobody sees the side that is scratched. I'm talking to people, if you're a millionaire, you have a lot of money, don't listen to me what I'm saying. You can buy whatever you want. But even millionaires buy scratch and dent. So then, because nobody sees the side that is scratched, nobody sees the dent in the side. And you got $1,000 off for it, then you take the remaining money and you put it into things that will spin off dividends for you. That's fine. You can do stocks with high dividend yields, but I'm just showing people all of the things that are coming with tokenization. There will be a lot of opportunity as you tokenize, right? So yeah, so stocks have been around for a long time, but I'm just showing you some of the new ways you can also add money and earn income. Some of these returns will also increase as fees and rentals increase. So yeah, rental yield is 2.83%. Projected annual return is 8.83%. So those of you who like to put money in the bank and just leave it there, this is what you should be looking into. Things like this. Yep. Golf courses. You'll see golf courses in far and distant places that are available. Look at this one that gives you a projected annual return of 28.5%. I'll be careful with high ones, but if I see that it is a commercial property, a hotel, or anything like that, that's something you may want to look into. And this is a commercial property, actually. It's got 9 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, okay? So you can actually 8-unit mixed-use property with 7 residential units and 1 retail unit in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So Las Cruces is a very well-known, a busy place. Month-to-month lease, $905 per month. They describe all of the units, everything. Like, guys, projected annual return is 28.56%. Your rental yield is 3.44%. Go study this thing. Go study it. I just gave you that one today. These are all the things that are out there. I've also told you about Traveler. How many of you remember I told you about Traveler? You can go to Traveler and you can actually buy their coin. And when you travel, you get points. For some of you who like to travel twice a year to different places, use Traveler and buy their coin, so you have their wallet, and you can, as you are buying, you are getting coins for your trip. Why does OC card detect as honeypot? I don't know. I'm just gonna go with somebody put the wiki card address here for me earlier. So you can screenshot this if you want. You can screenshot this one. It won't let me copy. Somebody asked me to put WikiCat address on here, so let me just honor that because I believe in WikiCat, okay? But I don't like people telling me what to do. But because I hold WikiCat, I'm going to honor that one. Where is the contract address? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. WikiCat is up today by 17%. That's good. That's good. Jonas King, we're happy, aren't we? Jonas King. So if you're looking to buy WikiCat, that's where you should go. WikiCat. I know. I just called you and said this. I know you'll be raving. Yeah, I'm happy. Let me see what WikiCat is doing for me. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, so there's a lot of what did you say, Michael? Daniel, I hope you didn't sell your WikiCat. I hope you still have it. You could have added to your bags yesterday. It was like at 061413, Johnny Mata, I didn't see you come in. Where have you been? Yeah. They say OC-Cat detected as honeypot in BitGet. I don't know what that. I don't have OC-Cat. I'm not I don't want to be in everything. Yeah. I think for me, I would stay with WikiCat. Maybe add there's some tokens there that are following Saramapi's lead. He's supporting them. There's a young lady who started a crypto called Daystar Token. You could put a little bit of money in there, $50, $100, $200. If 1,000 people put about $100 in there, that's some good money, and that would increase those who are holding it and all of that. So, you know, yes, WikiCat is a bull run. There's no doubt about it. They are confessing it, and they keep confessing it, and it's going to happen. Yeah, that's fine. DAG is a very good crypto. Just you could do a lot with DAG too in what is happening right now. So yeah, WikiCat is going to do some very crazy numbers. I'm telling you, I am expecting a 10. That's fine. I'm expecting, yeah, you got to do what you got to do, Daniel. It's smart. You're a smart guy. I've talked to you. You got to do, yeah, you're looking at 10 to 15%. I'm going to close by saying this. If you go to ChatGPT, you go to Grok, and you ask who in the investing space, who are the ones that really do well the most? Is it the traders or the long-term holders? 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, I'm telling you, I you're going to get that it is the long-term traders. That's it. And see, a lot of times, like some of the prophetic calls, this coin is good, this coin is good, this coin is good. The people who are trading this thing, some don't have a lot of money. So you have only $1,000 invested. You're putting 100 here, putting 100. It's sometimes good. It is good. Or sometimes, if you don't have a lot, to focus on one or two. Put 500 here, 500 there, or 700 here, 300 there. Then you watch it grow. I'm talking to people. Most of the people don't have a lot of money. Most of them don't have. Hey, Johnny Mara. Yes, you snuck in. Oh, Lord God Almighty. No Lambo, the fries in the back. You guys. Yeah. Michael Taylor. When Lambo Johnny. Oh, God. You guys. Yeah. I'm just gonna, yeah. So hodlers, as they call it in the crypto community, people who hodl, people who hold for years, for months, and why other people are selling and running around, they are the ones who tend to be the best. Diamond hands, I agree. Diamond hands. BME didn't even drop that much during the crash. Exactly. BNB Tiger OG is what I'm sticking to. You do your research. Only invest what you can afford to lose. But you see, what happens is that as you invest over 5 years, you're buying and buying and buying. That $50 becomes what? If you're putting $50 every week, that's $200. Okay, $200 if I lose it, no problem. $200 becomes $2,400. 2,400 over 5 years becomes what? 2,500 over 5 years becomes, and that if you started buying when XRP was 19 cents, your $2,500, $400 would have gotten you a lot of money, a lot of XRP. By the time you get to 5 years, XLM or whatever you are buying, and then you put some into meme coins. There are meme coins that came out with 11 zeros, and now they have only 7 zeros. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that becomes 20,000, 25,000, which now gives you an exponential increase of about 100,000. So, but you still have your job. If you still have your thing you're doing. One guy says, I drive an Uber 12 hours a day, but I don't want to do that anymore. I understand that. I understand that. Yeah. When you trade, you lose future gains. I agree. So trading is okay, but it has to be a bag. You can't use. That's why somebody said always trade 10% of your portfolio. Never mess. Some people do 5%, and they trade with that, and they're happy. But it depends. If you have a $1 million portfolio, 5% is what? Is $10,000. If you have a 100,000 portfolio, 5% of of 1 million is 50,000. If you have $100,000 portfolio, 5% is and it's 5,000, and there's nothing. You put your 5,000 in. Look, if you double it, that's bonus for you. And sometimes you don't. So drink water, 13 cents. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Oh, that will be that. People will cry in that sense, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a flash crash. Flash crashes only last for a few minutes, and everything is back up again. So there will be some algorithmic issues. It's happened before, but are you going to hold? Or are you going to wait for the 13 cents? You can't do that. You can put your buy limit order and just leave it there and say, okay, I'm going to put $100 to buy at 13 cents. And then if it happens and your order gets filled, so that would be like 100 divided by 0.13 is 769. You want to do that? That's up to you. Will the exchanges reverse? And sometimes a vision is giving a vision is given for us to also pray into it and say, what does this mean? We don't just go out and say, oh, I saw this. If we're going to be mature in our prophetic gifting or ability to see into the future, we pray and say, why did I see this? What does this really mean? Pharaoh didn't know what it meant. Joseph knew. Sometimes somebody else will have a different picture because the Bible says that we know in part and we prophesy in part. Remember, if it's 13 cents, it means all the people who have XRP2, theirs will also drop. Right? Do they want it to happen to them? No, I don't think so. It means a whole crash coming to the system. So is the Lord showing us these things so that we pray against it and say, Lord, I reject that in the name of Jesus? Is somebody else manipulating to destroy? Is there going to be an asymmetric warfare from China, from Russia, from US, antagonists? Because there's people in the US who want the exchanges to collapse. It's the largest economy in the world, 3 trillion. Do you see what I'm saying? So yes, use a DEX on Zaman. That's what I was saying earlier. Did you join me early enough, Daniel? I was talking about how people should have all of their, I said you should have at least 5 exit points, 5 off ramps, which includes debit cards from cold wallets. Like if you have a ledger, if you want to buy a ledger, use my link. It's in the description. Go to the description, buy a ledger from my link. You get a discount. Please. Then you set up your ledger card. It's now available for Canadians. If you're in Canada, you should be looking at that. Okay? Because if you go to Wealthsimple or go and buy there, you get your stuff locked up there. Some of the Canadian systems are not helpful. You just have to be able to operate in a decentralized manner. That's what I would say. Please. That's all I would say. All right. WikiCat is growing. Yeah, 20%. WikiCat is a surprise of the age. It is the bull run. It is a bull run. It moves when it will move. The guy is right. He said the Lord told him it'll move. The people were going and begging David Gottstein, oh, please, come and help us. Come and talk to, talk about WikiCat. That day when I heard it, I felt in my heart, this is not right. This thing will move in its own time. It's going to move in its own time because the hand of the Lord is on it. Go ahead and share your vision, Sam. I don't have a problem with it. Just like in brief, and people can do what they want with it. But the most important thing is that those visions, we have to know why we're having them. I had a vision about DAG, a night vision. I did a video on it. I've had few visions, and I was wondering why the Lord was not giving me. Where are you going to?
I'm going to the church just to finish washing. Okay. I'll be at the airport by like 4.
Okay. Okay. Please mop. I'm talking to my youngest here. Did you have anything to eat?
No, not yet. I'll eat when I come back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go soon. Okay, I don't want to do more than 1.5 hours. So, Yeah. There you go, Michael Taylor. So we pray that the Lord will help us position, and we pray that His people can get in. And so I want to, you could also set limit orders on Pancake Swap too. There's all kinds of opportunities out there. People have to know how to use all of them, as many of them as possible. Okay, Coinbase is easy to buy, but they can be very finicky. They can be very funny. They held my money for 8 days. 8 days, you know. They asked me to go back and do my security, do my face, do all that stuff when I have done it before and reconnect my bank account. Maybe, sometimes they say, oh, they're trying to protect you. But what are you doing with my money all those days that, in the days of AI, you can easily just spot something. Thank you, Daniel, again. Thank you, everybody who has given me something today. I've appreciated it from you all. You guys are awesome. Daniel, why are you giving me 3 different times today? I appreciate it. Wow, you are so sweet. Yes, DEXs are important. And then, please remember, everybody, the DEX, the cold wallet, the hot wallet, right? The exchanges, this SEX, CEX, that's the centralized exchanges, and the DEX, the decentralized exchanges, they are all operating on the blockchain. Nothing is outside the blockchain, but everybody has a key to their own mansion. Imagine the blockchain as a boulevard with houses on either side. So on one side is a hot wallet, on the other side is a cold wallet, on this side is an exchange, on that side is a decentralized exchange. Inside the decentralized exchange, there's a big yard with small garage buildings. Those are your decentralized financial houses. Inside of those, you can operate. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Imagine a long street with houses on either side. Does that make sense? That's exactly how it is. Yes, very user friendly. That's why buy. I don't have anything on my Coinbase. I just buy, get out of there, buy, get out of there, buy, get out of there. It's so easy to buy. It's so easy to buy and to move your stuff. But the day that they choose, I glitched. There you go. So Coinbase, I mean, Kraken in Canada, I don't like the interface for Kraken, but it's okay. You mentioned to warn against staking. Yes, depending on where you're at with staking, who is asking you to stake? There's been a lot of rug pulls. Another thing you have to understand is that before the real thing comes, there's always the fakes. It's like when you go to a store sometimes, like a corner store, and they put the ketchup and the baked beans in front. You check the expiry; it might be tomorrow. So you want to take the one that is in the back if you intend to put it in your kitchen cupboards until you are ready to eat them in your pantry until you are ready to eat it. So you take the baked beans that's going to expire a couple of months away, not the one that they put in front for you. Again, if you own a grocery store, I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, So that's how it is. You've got to think beyond and imagine that you are on the side of you're dealing with a crook. Always have this, not a suspicious, being a suspicious person about everything around you, but you just have to protect yourself. Yes, you can. You can set limit. Just go download Pancake Swap on your browser. Use the browser extension. Many of us, including myself, we got so used to convenience using our phone that you use your phone so much, you get to a point where you don't even know how to use the browser versions of your different, So that's my Pancake Swap there. So I can set a sell limit order. See that? Sell and buy limit order. You may not be able to see it. So, but I prefer it on the, I don't want to show you my Pancake Swap, my thing, MetaMask, by doing this. So I have my MetaMask on here, but you have your MetaMask on your computer, and then you can connect to Pancake Swap there. Let me see if it's opening here. Okay, yeah, you connect to Pancake Swap right here, and then you use it. Okay, so good. It's not, and you all you need to do is to use your seed phrase to import your wallet onto the No, I'll do videos. I need to do videos to teach people how to use these things on my Patreon. Um, my life, can you give some suggestions on what kind of videos I should make for teaching people how to use certain things? I get lost in this space. I'm telling you, like thinking about what to do sometimes. Do you know any more websites like PancakeSwap? We have 1inch as well as there's more. There's Radium. PancakeSwap is an environment for um, which one is it? Binance or then Radium is Solana, and then there is one other one. Is it Solana? I'm mixing things up. I don't operate on those as much, but I should. Early in the day, I was always getting stuff off PancakeSwap. There's Radium, there's PancakeSwap, and there's what's the other one now? Uniswap. Uniswap. So look into Uniswap, look into PancakeSwap, look into Radium. We'll be fine. If you're not trading, you'll be okay. Just hold, just hold. Let me show you something. So we were holding at 50, holding at $2, holding at 3, drop back to 245, flash crash and everything. You will end up holding at 10, holding at 27. That's why I want you to get into DeFi, because in the DeFi, it doesn't matter what the price is, you are still getting some gains. Yes, I'll do a video on off-ramping crypto, but it'll be on my Patreon. Okay, it'll be on Patreon. The very simple, basic ones would be everybody can get into that. But if I'm talking about, okay, my life, I was going to ask you to email me. So thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll send you coffee. God bless you. What didn't work? What were you asking Daniel about? Oh, okay. Uniswap. They don't like you, Daniel. So get off of Uniswap. Okay. Well, I got to go. My wife has some work for me to do. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. It's been nice talking to you. Don't forget, if you're looking to join us in Texas on November 6 to 9, send me an email right now. Or in the next hour or so, I'll reply you because I'll be able to do that. But once I get busy with my yard work and other things, I have to take trash out of the house to the garbage dump. And yeah, everybody's busy. It's Thanksgiving in Canada. By the way, if you're Canadian and you're watching me, happy Thanksgiving. And then I want you also to know that Patreon is now live. Search for A Hit for Truth. Join. If you're looking to have one call with me a month, 30 minutes with me, one phone call, and access to most of the stuff on Patreon, it's $97 a month. You go there, also join. If you want the Tangem wallet, this is the code for the Tangem wallet. Get the code for the Tangem wallet. Get a Tangem wallet. Tangem is one of the easiest ways you can swap cryptos without having to go to the exchange. You pay a little bit more, but you are better off. Stop thinking poverty thinking. That's what I say to myself, to my wife, to my friends, Kryptonite, all of us, we use that to encourage us. When you think, oh, I'm spending too much, listen, if you're cashing out of an investment that was $1,000, now you're cashing out $5,000, I'd rather pay a little bit more than risk running into an exchange and having this kind of problem that we had recently. Because when things go up, we can see things being changed. Also, if you are interested in meme coinology, using meme coins, go to memecoinology.io and grab the course. It's $350. It's all there for you. It's a 3-hour recording, 3 hours and 50 minutes recording of a event that we held on September 27th of this year, with 22 meme coins that you can move into. You select what you like there. Not only that, we talk about security also. That's very important. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you all that. Email me here, and that will be it for today. I've spent an hour and a half with you guys this morning. You have also spent an hour and a half with me. God is love. He loves you. He will continue to bless you and increase you. Trust him, believe him. Go to church tomorrow. It's a Sunday. I hope that you will do so and enjoy time with Christian brothers and sisters. Golden Girl Network, happy Thanksgiving. If you're in Canada, give me a thumbs up. If you're in Europe, give me a thumbs up. If you're in the US, give me a thumbs up also. Pupunita, you should fix a session with me and let's have a conversation. Those of you who have looking for a 1 hour session, go into the description and you can fix that with me. There is a link there to the buy me a coffee and you can do that. God bless you. Please go and join the Patreon. Thank you so much.